Ragman is Armenian and used to own a shop in Ultra before all the violence kicked off. Trying to relive his glory days, he's addicted to sending you to the best map in the game, Interchange, and even crazier, not once does he make you go to Shoreline, which already should put him up for a Nobel Peace Prize. Starting you off with only business, Ragman comments about how crazy our getup is, which is kinda rude. First time I'm meeting this fella and he's already making pop shots about how poor I am. For this quest you need to reach level 2 loyalty, which just involves getting to level 15 and spending 750k with him. With the amount of packers and penis helmets you're going to be buying from this guy early wipe, there's not a single chance you don't hit this before you hit level 15. For Make Ultra great again, Ragman goes on a bit of a nostalgia trip, maybe disclosing a bit too much information, before following in the footsteps of his peers and making you go on a scav killing spree. Audit will have you go to streets to rob financial records, but in a dramatic turn of events, the streets will end up robbing you. I wanna die IRL. For Ballet Lover, Ragman needs you to find info on a guy and states he can't find the info himself because the guy's name is Ivan Ivanov, which there are 200 of in the city. Who knows how you would do this without the wiki, and to be honest, who knows how you're going to do it with the wiki, as most of you can't load into streets without causing a house fire. Audiophile, which is a new word I learnt from this quest, is someone who's enthusiastic to reproduce recorded music to achieve a high sound quality. We have a different name for them in Britain, they're called pretentious twats. Big Sale will have you going on a tour of Interchange, as even during the war, Ragman is committed to supplying you with drip, even if it means we're dying in every store he sends you to. In his first act of aggression, a fuel matter will send you to Reserve to do a sponsorship for Peacekeeper. For inventory check, you need to search all the buildings in Reserve. I'm still unsure why all of these are marked with chess symbols, but I can only assume it's a throwback to Harry Potter, and they're gonna try and kill you. Blood of War is our first multi-part quest for Ragman, sending you to Interchange to mark fuel tanks. I'm sure you're not getting tired of buying these yet, and I can't think of anything else to say because this is the 19th quest I've had to comment on about you having to mark random shit. Part 2, Ragman says we're at least in good health, so he's clearly not paying too much attention to us. Whoa! No way! He was sneaking around like a little cheeky guy. You'll need 4 fuel conditioners, something you were probably finding all over the place until you started this quest. Part 3, like a junkie, Ragman is after more fuel. Peacekeeper's MS-2000s are coming out again, and this time onwards. Woo! For gratitude, you have to plant some items for someone who likes to dress like he's from the Matrix, and I hope he's actually from the Matrix, because when he goes to pick up these, he's gonna have to dodge as many bullets as we had to planting the damn things. In Hot Delivery, Ragman discloses that one of his clients was found in a pool of blood, which is just brilliant foreshadowing on BSG's part, as there's no way you don't end up the same way when doing this quest. For Scavenger, Ragman asks if we've got the talent for getting out alive with loot. Simple answer, no. Sales Night has you surviving on Interchange 7 times to make sure it's got safe paths out, which is chill. I've been extract camping it all week.
Oh, that is scummy.
Yeah, of course it's scummy. Of course it's scummy.
So why are you doing it?
Database Part 1 has you doing a complete lap of Interchange to obtain all of the manifesto documents, which is funny because after dying with all 3 of these, you'll be writing a manifesto yourself. Database Part 2 has you going back to Interchange to locate documents talking about a missing shipment of batteries, displaying again that he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, as he describes us as a smart dude. No one who has any kind of intelligence would subject themselves to this game.
Motherfucker!
In Minibus, Ragman talks about an EMP that went off in Tarkov, taking out all of the vehicles and electronics, which is cool because it explains why there's a bunch of abandoned cars and drones everywhere. It doesn't really explain why so many of these traders want you to collect electronics if they don't even work, but it's a nice attempt all the same. He clicked on me. In So It Good Part 1, Ragman tells us he has a solid business proposal and that he's not bullshitting, it's the real deal. After hearing about all the great treasures other traders are offering only to be greeted with a cowboy hat and 12 rubles, I have to admit I'm skeptical, and holy shit, did you just give me a slick for a pilgrim? Ragman, you are my hero. For Part 2, Ragman needs 1 gazelle badly damaged and 1 in good condition. Honestly, doing this solo is a nightmare. If you want my first genuine advice from any of my videos, just start using it when you can barter for it, and eventually you'll get lucky enough to get out with 1 damaged. For Part 3, Ragman admits he's thinking about setting up a garment manufacturer to sew and sell clothing and armor, which if that's your plan, you should be able to break these down on your own. Requiring to bring him 6B43, broken and intact, this quest is horrible. There's no getting around it. The armor is rare, heavy, and you can barely move when you're wearing it. If you have a friend to help you, this will be the first time that you're happy that they're shooting at you, and if you don't, those scavs that have been destroying all of your previous armor will now only head eyes you. For Part 4, you need to collect some black rock rigs, which is fitting because you're going to get rocked trying to obtain them. What just happened? The key to success is going to Interchange, something I already knew about. For no fuss needed, Ragman wants you to gain level 3 loyalty with Therapist, as he says she'll tear up any note from him on the spot, which only has me wondering what heinous crime Ragman has done to piss her off. For the stylish one, Ragman describes Killer as hella dangerous, which I think is a bit of an understatement. Unkillable would be much more fair. Requiring you to kill Killer 50 times, this quest was originally put in during a work Christmas party at Battle State when everyone was far too drunk. Completing it gives you Killer's addict tracksuit, which is the ultimate tell that someone still has their virginity, probably why I used to have it. I have a lot of people doubting if I've completed this quest before, so I guess we'll have to do it again. Watch it on the stream, shameless plug. Supervisor has you getting the Goshen cash register key. He says you can find it in the gas station, but let's be honest, we're all just buying it from the fleet. Next up, living high is not a crime. First of all, thank God. For this one, you'll be fetching basically every rare item in the game to give to one of Rashala's acquaintances to put in his crib, which is weird. You'd think Rashala and his goons would have enough of my gear already. For Textile Part 1, you need to find a bunch of fabrics, which is probably the first time these things have actually had any use than clogging up my stash. Textile Part 2 is basically the same again, a bunch of fabrics and 5 keks, which I must say is pretty kek. Booze is the perfect quest to end on, because by the time you're done with this game, you're going to need a lot of it. Ragman isn't a perfect trader by any stretch of the imagination, but all things considered, he really is a true friend.